What's up, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to another open chat. So, how you doing, everybody? I know it's kind of late, but since Big Daddy just ended, I decided to just jump on for a little while. So this is a open chat, of course. If you all want to join, then link will be in the description to join. So, all right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Um. Oh, hey, William. If you want, come on in. This is an open. This live stream is an open chat. William, if you want to come in, I put the link in the description so you can join. If you can't get the link here, I'll just send it to you through MeWe. All right, give me just a few minutes, and I'll send it to you. All right, William, I just sent you the Hangouts link. All right, Tom, take your time. And once once there's a few people in here, then I'm gonna have something to talk about because I spotted something earlier and I'm gonna make it known in the live chat. Hmm. So I sent you the link, William. You can't enter in through the link for some reason. I'm guessing your computer's having trouble. Too many redirects? What do you mean? Wait a minute, wait, hold on. Let me look at my link here. Hold on. I don't even know if it's something on my end. I'm not sure. Yeah, I see it. I see the link on. Yeah, I see it. How do I fix this problem? Oh wait, I think I see the problem. Hold on. No, William, that's okay. I'll figure this out. No, William, that's okay. I can figure it out. It's no problem. It's just gonna take me a few minutes. But I'll fix it. Okay. Let me
Greetings. How's it going?
Oh, I'm doing okay. It's just William can't get in for some reason. I sent him
The,
this.
the link that you sent me has extra PHP variables at the end of the URL. Just got to scrub it out.
Oh, I did not know that. So, what part of the link do I copy and paste then?
It should be just go up to the top of the URL on the top of the video call. Just use that one.
And that's what I'm doing.
It ends in FW equals.
FW equals. That's where it ends.
That's what ends it. Yep. Anything like, and when you see an ampersand in a URL, that's a PHP variable.
Okay. All right. Right now, I am at the end of where it says KFW. That's where I have it. I have not gone beyond the equal sign. So is that where I stop?
Yep. Stop at the equal sign. So the equal sign is the last character in the URL.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, William, I will. I sent you a new link. Sorry about that. I fixed it. Um, Basically, since somebody's in the chat now, I can pretty much get onto the main topic here. Basically, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I checked. I checked the just as I was setting up this stream. YouTube pretty much gives me a notification telling me I can no longer live stream on my mobile device for the YouTube app unless I have 1,000 subscribers.
Huh, that's new.
Yeah, but it did. Wait, what's this? It says I'm not authorized to start the what?
What's
What?
it? I mean, we're live.
We're live, and it should be. He should be able to. Oh dear.
Is that William or is that something you're seeing?
It said William is telling me through the live chat. It says I'm not authorized to start the call. I was the one that started the call in the first place, so he should be able to come in. And I sent.
I mean, I think you're still sending, or if you're putting it on MeWe might be adding a bunch of crap to it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Hold on, William. I have a better idea. I'm going to try that same link that I put through MeWe. I'm going to try it in the live chat instead.
I can drop it in the live chat if you want.
Yeah, you can go on ahead and do it.
Okay, that's in there.
Okay, William. Switch just put a link in the live chat for you. Use that link and you'll be able to enter, okay?
Oh, I got to come up with a fun thumbnail. You missed the Florida. What's in the Florida water, man?
Florida water.
I sent you an email this morning. We didn't open
Oh,
chat. We did
no.
a bunch of crazy news. I cut just the crazy news out, so you can see it tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I'll post it.
Oh dear, I hope the water's not poisoned. Oh no, I gotta see this. Well,
There's more weird stuff going on in Florida, you know.
Yeah. Wait. He says he doesn't see the wait. There's a show and there's a hide button. He should be able to wait. I'm supposed to. There we go. I should have clicked that. Now do you see it, William? Oh, he's on the He's on a tablet.
Uh-oh.
All right. The link should be in there now, William. Now see if you can find it. It's in the live chat somewhere. At the very bottom. Switch to Linux, put it in there for you. So if you see it, click on it. You should be able to enter it. But yeah, I mean, because of YouTube making it to where I have to have 1,000 subscribers in order to live chat, that means I can't do my outdoor live streams for a good while until I can find another solution for it.
Get a small laptop.
Small laptop?
Yep, let's get a laptop.
Actually, I think I found another solution. There's this old tablet that I have, and it has a camera on it. The screen may be broken, but the camera should... Well, actually, if I hook up my other webcam to it... Yeah. Okay, I think I found a solution to the problem. Okay, all right. I figured it out. And even though it doesn't have that much RAM, it should still be able to work just fine. What? Now William's saying it takes him to the Google Play Store? Okay, what's going on here?
Well, if he's on a tablet, because he would have to have the Google Hangouts app to get on a tablet.
Yeah. Hey, William, since you're on your tablet, um, okay, William, I know what your problem is. If you're in the Google Play Store, download the Google Hangouts app. Once you have the app downloaded, re-click the link that Switch put in the live chat here. It'll take you to your Google Hangouts app and it'll let you into the chat, okay? Try that. I think that's the problem the whole time. If he's using a tablet and doesn't have the Hangouts app, no wonder he can't get in.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay, let's see. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing else to talk about. I mean, luckily, thanks to you, Tom, I found the solution to live stream outside now. All I need to do now, well, I found a solution to do it. I'm planning to get from eBay this USB splitter that I connect to this to the Android cable that's on this tablet. Once I do, I'll be able to hook up a USB 3.0 device to it. So that takes care of the webcam issue. The only question now I have to ask myself is, will this thing have enough RAM for me to do my webcam and be very good? I'm not sure. Actually, I could find that out right now. Let me see how much RAM is in this thing, because this is like one of those cheap Windows 8 tablets. So I'm not sure how much RAM it's in it originally. What is this thing? What? No, I didn't say that. Let's see. I tried Android, does not redirect me to Hangout. Okay. For some reason,
You might have to download the Hangouts app is probably the case.
Yeah, he's got to download that app. Okay, hold on. Let me send you a message through MeWe, William. Hold on.
I'm going to hashtag Florida man.
That's funny. That's funny. There you are.
Greetings, William. How's it going?
Fine. About that, I know what's wrong. My Samsung Galaxy Tab A has the it basically has the Google Hangouts app pre-included on here, but it wouldn't open it. It wouldn't see that it's a link and redirects me to it. My other phone is the Motorola Moto phone. It has I've installed Hangouts on it, but it just won't correctly see the link and redirect me to it.
Okay, so it was the tablet's problem then?
Yes, the same thing occurred with my phone. It was taking me to Google Play, then to Google Chrome. It was kind of not opening links properly. As the phone sees it's a supported link for an app on the phone, it won't correctly associate the link with the correct app.
Oh, okay. There's the problem.
It's called default app opening in Android is the problem I'm getting. It used to work well, but it just doesn't.
Default? You said default app opening?
Yes, when you click a supported link, Android by default will ask you it'll ask you choose to open with. Depends on the link. If it's a link to Google Play, you select Google Play and select always, and then it will take you to the Play Store for the app. If it's a link for YouTube, you click it on Google Chrome, it will then tell Google Chrome. Android will redirect Google Chrome to tell you it'll take you to YouTube app.
I see. Okay, there's the problem. That no wonder you couldn't get in.
That's how it's working.
Uh-huh. How old is that tablet?
I got it like in 2017. It's Barnes and Noble with Android 5.1.1.
Ooh, that's an old version of Android.
I know it's outdated, but that's just how they shipped it like that.
Is there any possible way you're able to update it to at least Android 7?
Nope, it's locked.
It's locked?
Yes, it's been.
That's how tablets ran. Tablets is very difficult to upgrade.
I mean, well, I know that it's easy to unlock a phone's bootloader, but I'm guessing it's more difficult to unlock a tablet's bootloader.
It's that tablets just don't always have the ability to upgrade, which is
I have the Motorola Moto phone. I can unlock the bootloader on it, but it's just that. Bear in mind that Motorola doesn't allow you to. It allows you to, but it will void your warranty. But Samsung's more strict on that. But Motorola doesn't really care if you unlock it on your bootloader on your phone, but they'll just say you void your warranty and risk damaging it.
My. That's the one thing I hate about tablets with the uttermost passion is they try to make them so closed off to where you really can't do much with them.
It's for warranty, and they fear that the company like Motorola doesn't know what you're going to do with your phone, so they really don't know what users are going to do with an unlocked phone, like the unlocked bootloader. That's what they're saying.
How can they not understand what a person's going to do with the phone when they pretty much have seen news everywhere of what people do with the phone? They should know what happens when a phone or a tablet gets into the hands of a person. They're going to want to try to unlock the thing and try to alter it.
The companies don't want people to sue the company for doing that. Why? Because let's say if the phone was unlocked and someone bricked it, they could say, oh, the company sent me a faulty phone. They could scam the company out of money.
I see.
If Switch to Linux was a smartphone manufacturer and he made a smartphone with his branding in it, if people try to alter their phone and people try to sue him for the company that he owns gave him a faulty phone, a customer, then that's basically you're just scamming the company out of money for something that you did that they didn't do.
I see.
Is that a perfect example, Switch?
Hold on, I'm trying to work with a print server right now, so
okay.
Didn't quite hear you.
Oh. Yes, I'm using Windows. Even though I had Gentoo installed with Ben Fitzpatrick for some odd reason, it gets quite funny how the Windows and Linux, the time gets thrown off with it. And second, I kind of don't like how Windows 10 and Linux don't get along in time setting wise very well.
No, you just have to change the just need to change the setting in the Linux one in the time configuration file to use the same time zone that Windows wants to use, which is easy.
Oh, what in the world is this? Amazon, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Amazon is selling a bundle of free Echo Dot speakers for just $70.
Why is it scary?
Because since there's 3 of them, all 3 of them have Alexa in them.
And it's Amazon speakers.
Another news bulletin right here. Microsoft reveals hackers accessed some Outlook.com accounts for months.
Oops.
Well, that's what Microsoft gets for not paying attention.
I have a question though. Did you try the Microsoft Edge Chromium spinoff? Because I downloaded it and I like it.
No, I haven't. And the reason why I don't want to try it is because I'm very happy with using unGoogle Chromium and Google Chrome. I mean, those are my favorite browsers, and I'm not moving from them.
I tried the Chromium, the Edge based off of Google Chrome, and it works. I like it better.
From what I've heard, they say it's better than the old Edge.
It just uses Chromium's code, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
And you can use Google Chrome extensions, but you have to enable a setting saying a setting saying allow extensions outside of the Microsoft Store.
Oh, okay, so they do allow you to use extensions from the Google Store.
Yes, but you have to enable a setting that says allow extensions outside of the Microsoft Edge extension store.
I see. Okay.
But it throws a warning up at you saying it may affect the browser's performance since the add-on is not from the store directly of Edge.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. Settings. Hold on. Share screen. Application window. Let me open up the Edge thing I just downloaded tonight. I like it, but it's technically called Microsoft Edge Canary. That name should sound familiar.
Discord Canary.
Nope, Google Chrome Canary.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's basically sound familiar of.
The Linkco print toners, generic print toners, work beautifully with the Brother printer.
Oh, it does?
Which is good because the Brother ones are like $60, $70 a piece, and I got 2 Linkco ones for $25, I think.
That's nice. That's a good deal.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm trying to launch the browser so I can show it, but it somehow poofs, like disappears on its own. There. Let me switch to it. Okay, it keeps okay, why is it not showing up in the thing? There it is. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do entire screen because it keeps disappearing. It won't let me share the screen. Why? Hold on. Now it will let me share. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what it looks like. Does this look familiar?
Wow. Is that what it looks like?
Let's see.
Same thing like Edge, but it's using Google Chrome.
That looks very cool. It looks clean. It looks cleaner.
Well, it's not the old rendering engine anymore, so of course it's cleaner. Of course it's going to work well.
Look at this.
Oh, good old Bing. I do not miss that search engine one bit.
But look below where it says waiting for. Does it tell you something?
Yeah, it does.
You know what that tells you? It's based off of what?
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that's definitely Chromium.
But it uses Microsoft stuff by default.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the Canary version. I want to test it out, and I love the change. I just rather see a later Windows update getting rid of the old Edge and putting the new one in place of it.
From what I heard, isn't Microsoft thinking about bringing Edge to Linux?
Nope.
Oh, so they changed their minds.
Yep, they're not doing that. They only bring it to Windows 7, Windows 8.1.
Oh, thank goodness.
They're not bringing it to Linux, period. I don't think they're going to try that.
So they were planning to do it, but after the success that this beta's gone through, they pretty much had second thoughts.
Yes, but it could change.
I mean, here's the thing. Even if Edge does come to Linux, I highly doubt anybody will use it.
Hey, man, I'll be all over that.
To make things easier, Debian 10 is still stuck in testing. It's not stable yet.
Oh, okay.
It's still frozen in testing. It's not gone stable since like the last of March.
Yeah.
I wonder what's taking them so long to keep it frozen.
Not sure. I mean, they must be working on a few other things in the meantime. I mean, who knows?
They said they were freezing by March 12th, but look how many days it's gone by.
Maybe they got a reason for not freezing it.
It's frozen already, Ricky, means a release is imminent.
Oh, okay.
It's imminent, but it's not going to like happen right away. They freeze it for a lengthy period until they're ready to put it to stable. Then it comes unfrozen.
Okay. So basically they're just taking their time with this.
Yes. Do you think Linux Mint will go under?
I don't think anything's going to happen to Linux Mint. I mean, here's the thing. Even though 19.1 is doing very well, a lot of people are still going to stick with 18.3 until it expires.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not moving off of 18.3. I think the Ubuntu 18.04 code base is crap.
Yeah, 18.04 was a disaster area. And as of this month, Linux Mint 17 support is officially ending.
Okay, then.
Oh, joy. I mean,
so
far behind.
I'm going to miss 17 for one reason, because Linux Mint 17 was the last Linux Mint that had KDE 4 on it.
Yeah, this is true. Of course, although my no, actually there were, was it? Yeah, maybe that is the case. I still have a Linux Mint 18.3 KDE because I started it with 17.3 KDE and rolled it up to 18.3.
Oh, okay.
Which works very well, actually.
Mm-hmm. I will say the Linux Mint team has been doing extremely well. They've been on a really good pace so far. If only Ubuntu was on the same plan.
Good luck.
I don't think so.
I mean, they get rid of the alpha release, and they literally just released a beta release, and then a few weeks later, we're getting the full version of Ubuntu 19.04 Disco Dingo.
Who came up with a weird code name like that?
That would be Canonical.
That's a weird name.
Well, Canonical has had several weird names in the past. They've done it more than once. They're the only company I know. They're the only company when it comes to Linux that I know of that gives each Linux distro a crazy name.
Oh.
Excuse me for just 1 minute.
Switch, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Do you ever use SSD drives in your computers?
Rarely.
Why?
They are not as reliable as they should be yet.
What about mechanical hard drives are not as reliable?
Oh, no. Mechanical hard drives are extremely reliable.
How?
Because they don't break down as quickly as SSDs. When an SSD starts to go bad, you like have one more boot before it's done, and it happens spontaneously. It just happens. When you have a when you have a mechanical drive, there's other signs of wear and tear on it that will indicate that it's beginning to die. And it's easier to spot that and correct for that and get your data.
I see. I actually had a hard drive and an old Dell laptop fail on me, and I had to replace it with an SSD. Otherwise, it would have been it.
No, you could have replaced it with anything.
Well, an SSD was my choice because I wanted to try one, as I never actually owned one until I had to go get one from Tiger Direct.
Yeah, they're faster. They're not super bad, but one of the challenges too with them is if you don't set up the configuration right for like trim settings and things, then any caching, anything like that can actually completely destroy it even way faster. And so you get a case where the drive could spontaneously, instantaneously fail for no real concerned reason, because there's a limited number of read-write steps in them. Spontaneously fail for no real concerned reason, because there's a limited number of read-write steps in them. Spontaneously fail for no real concerned reason, because there's a
Bad feedback. Oops.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that as soon as I put my headphones on. Okay, let's see here. Time to see what, William?
Is it coming from my end?
Yeah, it is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna put some headphones in. Hold on. To stop the echoing. It's coming out of my tablet back into the computer's mic.
Right. Hey, Benjamin.
Yeah, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you, William. Hey, Benjamin, if you want to come in, the link's in the description. All right. Since, let's see here. Time to check the email. I'm gonna see that little Florida article that you told me about, Tom. Wait. Oh, here we go.
I brought more Steam games again. I tried out Steam Proton and it works well. Did you ever try it?
Did I do what?
Steam Proton
games.
I don't do Steam very often.
Did you ever try Steam Proton?
No, I haven't.
Hey, Benjamin, how's it going?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Oh, doing good. I literally just started.
I have, and I like it, but some games work.
I literally just started this right after Biddle just ended.
Fine,
I just jumped off of Biddle.
There's still some feedback out of my end.
I'm not hearing anything.
And I have my earphones in, so it's... my headphones are plugged in on my tablet. That's weird. And my computer's speaker sound is turned down. My voice is bouncing back through something else, not my end.
That should not be doing that.
So what's the topic for tonight, Ricky? Anything specific?
Well, my computer's webcam is so far away from me that I'm nowhere near it. I'm like more than a few feet away from it.
Well, one specific thing, Benjamin. YouTube has changed how live streaming from mobile works. In order to live stream on a mobile device from the YouTube app, you have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Oh. Well,
they have to make it so that you have to jump right on in with 1,000 subscribers before you do anything. That guarantees that only popular media professionals will be able to use YouTube. Come on.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
So basically, in order to do outside live streaming, I gotta find an alternate route, which I'm most likely going to use this little tablet here. Once I get enough cables for it, I'm going to be using a webcam with it. I checked the RAM on this thing. This thing has at the most 1 gigabyte of RAM on it. So hopefully it works and does not screw up.
You're not the only one, Ricky. I got the same error too.
You got the same thing?
I mean, my work
other people
is
yes, for some odd reason, someone's microphone or headphones are not plugged in or something, because I'm hearing my voice like bounce.
Well, my headphones are plugged in.
No, mine too. I'm not hearing any echo on my end. Anyway, my workhorse is a ThinkPad with 32 gigs of RAM and an i7. So
I'm hearing it on my end, and my computer is completely mute.
Strange. What were you saying, Benjamin?
Oh, my main workhorse is a ThinkPad W530 with 32 gigs of RAM and an i7. So I just gotta get myself. I have an external Wi-Fi card that has better range than what the internal ones have. So that's all I need when I go outside.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about it with 32 gigs of RAM.
32 gigs of RAM? That's a lot.
Well, it's a ThinkPad W530.
That's a lot.
I got the machine itself for only $365 on eBay. Then the RAM I got for $118 on eBay for 8 gigs of DDR3, I think. Yeah. Or for 8 gigs of DDR3. Yeah.
I really don't understand. Switch and Ben, I don't understand why, but if I can hear my own voice come back through someone's speakers, then something isn't right. Something's not right.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the only thing I can think of, William, is it has to be something going on with your tablet.
Do you have the stream going on another tab or something? Because usually I mute it. Like I just pop out the chat and I have the stream.
My tablet's... No, I don't. Like, it's not even running.
Do you have another device you could do it on?
Yeah.
Like a laptop or like a computer or something?
What ain't?
Katie's going to steal the show.
Yeah, so this week's Biddle challenge is Sabayan.
Was Serge on? Is he telling everybody to do that one? Actually, they just came out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
They're still bouncing back, though.
Well, now it is because there's two of you.
Oops. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Literally two of you. They're both active.
Hey, what do you know? It's the attack of the Double Williams.
Okay. My computer's webcam mic is used so you can hear me. But my computer. That's why.
Oh.
That's the whole thing.
Oops.
Yeah, give me just a minute. I gotta get some to drink.
Yeah, that's a mistake on mine. I didn't realize.
Do you have like 2 devices? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why. Oops.
Alrighty then.
Come to find out, I had the Hangouts open on the computer and the tablet.
There you go. That works.
Well,
It works.
was I was hoping to bump into that Nate Cubicle guy on Biddle because I know he's a big into OpenSUSE, and I've been looking at OpenSUSE on my second laptop just as like I just wanted to see what they were up to. It's just curious, but I noticed their network manager, the network manager applet, is kind of wonky. Like
for OpenSUSE, yeah, it is. It's not actually hard to use. It's just different to use.
Because like I guess it defaults to YAST for the net. Like I found it eventually.
Yeah. everything in OpenSUSE defaults to YAST.
And then I tried to enable because I like having the little applet in the corner there.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to enable the network manager, but it crapped out on me. You wouldn't join any networks. And I mean, I guess like if I could somehow get a YAST applet in the system tray, I could deal with that.
Thought you could. I thought I had that on my system.
Well, OpenSUSE is going to go for Sabayon anyway in a second.
Yeah, there you go. Sabayon's not bad actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I downloaded the GNOME Plasma and the Fluxbox edition, so we'll see which one wins.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
What's up?
Yeah, I hear you. Oops. Uh-oh. Does Sabayon not have EFI support? That must have been it.
I did.
I tried to boot it from EFI. It says it wasn't. Maybe there's something wrong with my BIOS. I'll try that. Or EFI, whatever.
So, William, did you fix it?
Yes, I forgot about that. I had it running on my computer and tablet. Whoops.
Yeah, you don't. That's a bad idea.
Until I turned my head and go, oh, no wonder it was running on my computer the entire time. I think I got an achievement.
One of my books is in the top 100 in all of its categories. That's exciting.
Really?
Congratulations, Switch.
And it's just a little bit of email marketing does it. It'll fall out of it before too long, but.
Well, that answers my question.
What's that?
That my computer was on with Google Hangouts running and on my tablet.
Yeah.
Ben was right the first time. He said he had it running on 2 different devices.
Yep.
And you're right, Ben. You guessed correctly. You're lucky. You win an award.
What did I win?
An award for guessing that I had Hangouts running on 2 different
rice.
I'm get. Croutons.
What are you eating, Ricky?
This is a crouton day, isn't
Well, that's what I was doing earlier.
it? Yeah.
Yes, I did that in Switch to Linux stream. I was eating those.
Did you guys see the picture of the black hole?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
I did.
I want to go there just to find out where my taxes go. I'm convinced that's where they go.
Okay.
You know, I just unfortunately sent all my taxes out today for quarterlies. Ooh, this one here, this ebook I have is in ranked 118 in Christian church growth and with no marketing at all.
My.
I gotta market that one a little bit.
By the way,
check it out. I got these
so
Oreos.
Ben, your room looks different.
Just in time for Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Yum. Oh, Ben, you're showing Oreos can't have sweets a whole lot because of diabetes.
Say that again. I couldn't understand that. Whoops. I think his audio's cutting in and out.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
I do.
There's some bad audio latency. I can tell because my voice may not fully come through. Hold on, I gotta get something. I'll be back.
Okay.
Now taking a look at Sabayon Gnome.
The gnome.
The
Do you get
gnome.
to pick your do you get to pick your environment?
Well, when I went to the site, they had a bunch of different flavors: Gnome, KDE, XFCE, Mate, and I think the last one's Fluxbox. So I downloaded Gnome, KDE, and the Fluxbox edition. I'm gonna check out all three.
Yeah, I did KDE when I ran it.
Did you know that, like, many years ago, Tom, Linux Mint used to have a Fluxbox edition?
No.
They used to have a lot of editions they don't have now. From
Yeah. Yeah,
They-
around like Linux Mint 8, 9, or 10, they had a Fluxbox edition, and I saw it. It was in one of I pretty much went onto Total SD's channel, looked through his videos, and one of the oldest videos he has is he did a review on Linux Mint Fluxbox edition.
I remember they had a KDE edition at one point. I guess that wasn't too popular, so they got rid of it.
You know, what? Hold on just a minute. I hear something in my room somewhere. Hold on.
Yeah, I probably would give Mint KDE a shot today, but like back when I used Mint, I was avoiding KDE like the plague. It was awful back then.
Yeah, it really got good right around Plasma, right around 5.
Yeah.
I remember running it at 4 before, and it just was not very good.
I mean, even now, I think KDE's got a lot of bugs, but I mean, they work through a lot of it. It's come a long way, in my opinion.
Yeah. Woo. So running ads on a website, right? Last 7 days, all the websites I've monetized has accumulated 83 cents. With Switch to Linux being my most profitable. Of course.
I'm looking for a graphical package manager for Sabayon. I'm not seeing one. It's a greeter. Maybe I'll find it there.
You know what? On KDE, Discovery was on mine.
Well, I think
So maybe the Sound
Being
Software Center might be there. if you're on
React-
there.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll check for that.
Do you have it installed already?
No, I got it on the live. Maybe that's why. I'm still using the live thing. I remember when I ran Gentoo, there was a Qt GNU, a Qt GUI package manager. I think it's called Portals or something like that. I would have recommended stock Gentoo for the BitO challenge, but it would have taken us till next week to just get it installed. If it wasn't for the compile times, I'd be able to run it. I just don't have the time to maintain something like that.
That's the thing. That's why I'm not a huge fan of. Why I'm not a huge fan of the Gentoo. That's like the trade-offs in this day and age. The trade-offs aren't there.
Yeah.
It's simply a matter of, back in the day, maybe it was great to get everything all compiled, but now there's so many good distros. Unless you're a hobbyist, and even then, it's like you don't get any work done if you're always
Ben
compiling code.
Fitzpatrick helped me with mine.
What's that?
Ben Fitzpatrick's mine.
I think you said Ben Fitzpatrick helped him with his.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sergey, Serge, he wants me to try Gentoo again. I did. A while back, I got it up and running with a working KDE desktop, but it took me a week to get it up and running. And then it wanted a whole day just to compile Firefox. And he says just install a binary. But I say, that kind of defeats the purpose. Like, the whole point of Gentoo is you want me to compile everything from source code. So that's what I tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it wanted a whole day to install Firefox. And I said, no, I use too many apps. It would take me about a year to get this thing up to where I want it to be.
And then by that time, you got to switch it to something else anyway,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's for me. I'm
That's
just
fine.
not as.
That's kind of a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, you're in your room.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I'm going to go get some milk. I'll be right back. I'm going to
Can
grab
you
some
hear
milk
me?
with these Oreos.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Okay. There's some kind of bad network issue or something that's
What?
causing
Well, I think
random
that guy
voice
works for
problems.
Sprint now, so you might want to switch from Verizon.
Yeah, there you go.
What does that have to do with this?
It was an old TV commercial long ago. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
seeing and hearing that commercial, which I got really annoyed of.
Yeah, that guy. I think he used to work for Verizon, but he quit and now he works for Sprint.
Jeez, Tom, do you ever use cell phones to call people on if you're out of the house or something? Or how do you maintain privacy with that?
You really want to know how I maintain privacy with my phone?
Yes.
My phone runs a completely Google-fied lineage with all the network codes going through Tor. All communication services are perpetually turned off. All of the apps are, some of them are compiled by me, and the other ones are just grabbed from F-Droid.
What about the cellular data? Is that disabled too?
No, I don't really do anything on the phone, but all the data connections go through Tor.
Okay, I was like, Tours are great and all, but I got scared of it.
No, you know why you're scared of it is because a whole lot of people want to convince the world that Tor is just a place for bad, evil people and hackers and things like that. There's nothing to be worried about with Tor.
I tried it, and I like browsing anonymous, regular standard sites without giving away where I am and what my computer is or who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But some sites don't function very well without knowing who you are.
Correct. And those sites I generally don't visit.
But I have to visit Google, YouTube, and Facebook because if I can log into Facebook over Tor because Facebook has an official Tor Onion link. But one problem: your old Facebook account will get you locked out of it. Why? Because Facebook thinks someone's trying to access it, or you're not accessing your real location.
That's because Tor is not designed to log into accounts. Logging into account, if you read the documentation for Tor, it is not designed to log into account except for anonymous accounts. So as soon as
then why does Facebook give
as soon as you go to Google and log in, the purpose of using Tor is completely defeated. That's not what it's for.
Then why does Facebook
Why does Facebook have an onion site? Because there are completely anonymous to use Facebook anonymously. So creating your account separately and never accessing it on the ClearNet. That's why it's there.
But most people tend to use Tor to access anonymous Facebook so government nation states don't spy on them, like China.
Correct. And those people never access Facebook without Tor.
It's weird because I had a Facebook profile. Yes, a Facebook profile contacted me from China, even though I was like, China's internet is strictly limited.
Yeah, they're using VPNs or whatever else.
I will say one thing about Tor and I will say one thing about Tor and the dark web. A lot of people say, "Oh, the dark web's the scariest place on earth."
Clearly, they've never been to Detroit.
The thing about the dark web is that it's not as scary as people think it is. Yes, there are some very scary places in the dark web, but the thing is, most of the time, the person who's going through the dark web for the very first time might not know where they are.
Yeah.
If you're well, I mean, I think that like a lot of people, they just want their privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We live in a world now where it's like, if I say I want to jump on Tor so that no one can tell where I'm coming from, they look at you like, what are you up to? Right? What do you need privacy for? What do you need your rights for? Right? What are you up to?
Take North Korea, for instance. They actually monitor things in the country, and they developed their own Linux operating system called Red Star OS. It's designed to spy on you, like with a built-in fake antivirus that flags certain documents, and it also can put a watermark on certain photos or files that the North Korean government doesn't want to be distributed.
Well, that's just what they do over there. I mean, that's how they operate.
Switch to Linux. Would you heavily criticize Red Star OS?
I'd have to look at it, but being as it's a Chinese operating system, probably. Because
North Korean.
Oh, yeah, North Korean, yeah. Yeah, that one probably, particularly if it's developed in North Korea under the authority of the North Korean government, yeah, it's going to be bad.
I mean, I don't mean to interrupt you, Wim, but I just want to say one thing. Between Deepin OS and Red Star OS, both of them, the names just aren't, the way their names are, I mean, you could tell they're not good.
But the thing is that Red Star, there's a long video by 2 German researchers on Red Star OS that's over an hour long that explains how it spies on you and it flags files with a watermark at the end of the file.
Yeah, then I would probably say it's going to be a bad system. It's not something I've looked into because I'm not in China or North Korea. So.
Oh, by the way, guys, can you see the live chat here? Do you see what this person commented?
The Gentoo Nutball here.
Somebody in the live chat, the Icon 2020 put, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's a kissing heart.
Should I kick that comment to the curb or not?
No.
Oh, okay, then I won't.
It's oh my.
By
Hi,
the way,
actually.
you need moderators, Ricky. And second, Ben, my Gen 2 virtual machine doesn't work. It kind of went under because when I tried to start it said grub not found. And I'm gonna have to kind of want to slightly readjust my Gen 2 installation. So I wanted to try to rebuild my installation on my computer again from scratch, but with a splash screen this time. So I had to I had to wipe the Gen 2 partition and restart all over.
Oh man.
Well, I got a bit of bad news, Ben.
What?
Red Core, I'm not liking it.
What's wrong with it?
Number one, I'm just not really liking it because I mean I don't mind the interface. That's not the thing I like. The one thing that's bugging me is I don't see Chromium anywhere.
Okay.
I've looked in the repos, and for some reason, it's not there. So basically, I have either Firefox or I have Opera, and I am not going near Opera with a 10-foot pole.
Well, normal Gen 2 has Opera. I mean, Chromium, I should say.
It does?
Yes.
Huh.
So I don't know why they don't have it in Redshift.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch that sucker to another Gen 2 based distro. I'm thinking Calculate.
Calculate, I know, has Chromium and Chrome and all those crap.
Go with Sabian, then you can jump on Big Daddy Linux.
Yeah, there you go.
Sabian's good. Check out Sabian. It has Chromium.
Didn't Sabian at one point used to be not that good though?
Probably it's Gen 2 base.
But my question is, why does Gen 2 have Opera even though Opera's a proprietary browser? I thought Gen 2 was supposed to be open source.
Well, it can install binary.
But it's against open source requirements for browsers that are proprietary. Even Debian doesn't condone Opera.
William, Gen 2's model is to give you control over your system. So that means if you want it, they'll give you a way to get it.
Basically, in other words, William, Gen 2 is pretty much identical to Arch.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah. I would do a Gen 2 install again, but it's postponed due to strong severe thunderstorms for my state this Sunday, so I'll have to wait till Monday to do it.
What state are you from, William?
I'm in Georgia, where in the Dixie Alley, where there's strong to severe thunderstorms, where there's tornadoes, hail, lightning, wind,
rain.
My! So that's the worst time for me to do Gen 2 during that time.
I hate to say it, sounds like Microsoft's causing a storm.
Key?
Must be a Windows update.
Nice pun. Nice pun.
I saw the telemetry in the area.
Yeah.
No. I think I pinpointed the problem.
Yeah.
It has to be OS 2.
Well, actually, if you look closely at the tornado, you'll see your passwords and your every song you ever played today going swirling.
Now, I'm gonna.
Let us wait to Seattle.
Hang on. I'm gonna tell you guys, building Chromium on Gen 2 is like waiting for cats to fly.
Yeah,
I've seen. That depends. How long has he been sitting on my kitchen table? I can make him fly pretty quick.
It's like waiting for pigs to fly, waiting for Chromium to build on.
I see my cat fly.
It's like waiting forever, basically.
Well, waiting for pigs to fly. How about waiting for pigs to sit in your lap while you drive down the interstate?
Oh, Tom, remember this thing? My S7?
Yes.
It's not powering on anymore, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't even get the red charging light anymore.
Did that?
So is it something wrong with the hardware, or did it brick?
It doesn't do crap.
So it kicked the bucket.
I think so, because I just plugged it in like a couple minutes ago and it's not powered on since.
Well, when it comes to the phone bin, you know what you and me talked about. You told me you wanted to go back to an iPhone.
Yeah. And that's solely because I've had better luck with it. I mean, I hate to say it, it's just, I've
Well,
never.
if you're not going to mod your phone, an iPhone is definitely the better from the priprivacy perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, horribly it
Definitely
is.
superior to Android.
What
No.
Yeah.
wouldn't you say out of
Hold on, someone's calling me.
okay? Wouldn't you say, Tom, out of all the stupid things Apple has done, would you still say that the iPhone was one of the best things that they've ever made?
Oh yeah, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
well, you know, I was an anti-Apple guy for a long time, and then, you know, back in, I don't know, about 10 years ago when tablets were getting big, actually about 10 years ago is when tablets were just coming out. So about 8 years ago when tablets were getting big, must have been 2011, I think. And, you know, in that time, tablets were just everywhere. So as a web developer, I had to get one. So I was looking around. Of course, there were only a few Android tablets then, and they were all crap. But we had a store that had used iPads. And so I bought a used iPad too. And it was like, this is an amazing device.
Yeah, the iPad's just amazing.
So when my Android phone started to give me issues, I said, you know what? The iPad's so amazing. I'm going to try out an iPhone. And I ran an iPhone for 4 or 5 years. Probably even longer, in fact. I think I started running the iPhone, I think it was 2012 maybe. And I ran that. I did run a Windows phone for like 8 months maybe in the middle, but other than that, I ran the iPhone because Android, I found Android for me, even before I was into all the privacy stuff, Android for me just started doing too many things automatically. I'm like, I don't like this. I tried the BlackBerry Z10 when they tried their own smartphone interface for that one version. It was the worst interface I've ever seen in a smartphone. And then Android wasn't a real big deal. I liked the Windows Phone interface, but it was buggy as all get out. So I just stayed on Apple for a while because iPhones are good.
I know you've had experience with the Nexus 5X in the past. Tom, have you ever considered trying out UParts' Ubuntu Touch system?
No, because it's never been production. Even now, I don't think it's production. Even now, it's just experimental.
Okay. Now, back onto the iPhone. Which firmware version of the iPhone do you think was the best version Apple ever perfected?
6.
6?
Yep.
That 6 is 6. The final version of 6 is the one I got on my iPod Touch. That thing still works amazingly.
The thing about 6 is it still looked good and it still functioned fine. 7 was functionally good. It's just it looked like a unicorn. Took a crap all over the thing.
But other than the UI, weren't there ways you could like customize the UI at all to make it look at least decently tolerable?
No, iPhone really never had any way to do the UI until the most recent one. I think you can get a dark mode on it now, I think.
Okay.
But guys, unicorns crap ice cream.
Well, yeah, but I don't want my phone all sticky full of unicorn butt ice cream.
Oh.
My phone is a piece of hardware. Unicorn.
By the way, I'm glad that Google Plus is shut down.
I never used it.
Hey, Loopy, how you doing, bud? If you want to join the chat, the link is in the description. I will say though, when it comes to the iPhone, 6 was the best firmware for it. I will say one thing, even though I will never touch. Well, actually, I did use an iPhone for 1 year, and I did use iOS 7. I did not like that UI either, so thankfully I got rid of that after a year and went straight back to Android.
Mm-hmm. I think I mean, my iPhone doesn't connect to cellular networks anymore, but I still use it around the house for here and there, and it connects to. I think I'm running iOS 9, which is fine. You don't have any real gripes. I mean, the UI is not something. The UI is not something that I allow to prevent me from using the system.
Yeah.
As long as it functionally works.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it works, I mean, it's fine. I mean, iOS 9 was okay. iOS 7.
Once you got into 10, it got to the point where it's like, I don't even want to touch that crap.
Yeah.
They're doing AI crap in the background. Like, here's a fun thing. If you have access to an iPhone, you can actually go in, try this out. You can actually go in to your iPhone, into your gallery, and search. Type in breasts, and it will literally show you a picture of every woman that has a bust in a picture.
Really?
You know, yep.
Apple
has set that up automatically. It uses AI and detects that and will show you all those pictures.
Are they
stupid? You can type in random. You can type in cats on iOS 10 or above, and it will search through your phones and just show you the pictures of cats. It's all AI doing it.
Well, that sounds like a feature.
It is a feature, but it's a creepy feature.
And not only that,
Tom, I got a question.
Oh, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, William. I'm almost finished. I will say one other thing about the iPhone 10 and 9, but specifically the 10. The freaking notch. Oh my Lord, why does every phone have to have a notch? It's not needed.
Next phone I get will not have a notch, and it will have a headphone jack. Period. I'm not dealing with a phone without a headphone jack and with a notch. So it's like, if I can't get it, we're going back to dumb phones. Sounds good to me.
The notch is an integral piece of that.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. Old-fashioned flip phones, they still have the headphone jack.
Yeah, if they're old enough, they're not. They actually don't. They had a micro jack for a microphone or for a headset, but they didn't actually have headphones.
Okay.
Yeah, but also how much storage did they have for like how much music can you
actually my Alias 2 has an expandable SD slot. How much storage you want? I got that. I got that phone in 2009. Best cell phone ever bought. I still have it. I still use it as a backup phone. I'm not sure they support it anymore, but it's a dual flip, so it flips open and it flips up. So if it flips up, it has digital link keypads. So if it flips up, you get a keyboard, so you can actually type real texts. If it flips out, you get a basic cell phone keypad. It is an amazing.
I do miss that. I do miss the hardware keyboard because touchscreens and my fat fingers do not get along.
Yeah, let me find that phone.
By the way, have you ever? I was going to say, speaking of phones, hold on. I was going to say, what we were talking about again?
Something about phones?
A minute.
Oh,
God.
Oh,
Oops.
Oh, you accidentally busted your main iPhone, Luby? I am so sorry to hear that.
I like it. All right, so this guy here is the Alias 2. So it has a micro jack. So a regular size headphone jack won't fit in there, but you can get a micro jack for it, which is headset. We have our basic charging port over there. Over here, we have an SD card. I'm not sure what size it'll take up to, but it does. And then it flips this direction, and then it flips this direction.
Oh, that's from Verizon.
Yep.
Wasn't that like one of the
Yep. There's your digital link keyboard, and then if you flip it the other way, now it's not powered on yet, so it's not going to flip the other way. I got to wait for it to get powered on first. Then I'll show you what it looks like on flip. But you can actually type without, the text annoyingness. All right, so flipping it this way. Actually go into here, go into new message, text message, and now we get a digital link basic keyboard.
Wow. That is very cool. Here's the thing, even though a lot of carriers do touchscreen smartphones, aren't there still some carriers, Tom, that do the old-fashioned way, like what you have when it comes to phones still?
You know, I don't know. Even Verizon has indicated that they're going to kick these off the network, so it may not work. So I have that. I also have a Convoy. I think there's a Convoy 2. This is also an amazing phone. Just a standard flip. These can access internet, just not much. This one I think is very waterproofed, if I remember correctly. It does have... That looks as though it's a micro headphone jack.
By the way,
Micro SD. Yep.
I wanted to point out that the old 3G CDMA phones that Verizon used to support and activate, they've already banned the activation of them.
Maybe. You might still be able to fight with them and get them to activate them manually. Like I said, I use these if I have a smartphone that dies. I try and keep extra smartphones around. But I've actually put those on the network as recently as 6 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
But
Verizon said that after 2019, their CDMA network is shut down for good.
Wait, Verizon said that?
Yes, Verizon said they're no longer activating
because they're
the
staying
CDMA network.
I know.
The CDMA network is already being decommissioned at the end of 2019 for Verizon, so you can no longer activate CDMA Android phones. You can no longer activate them at all. So they're banned.
Speaking of phones, what do you guys think of Nokia coming back?
They shouldn't have came back. They really shouldn't have.
More competition.
Well, how can we not forget Nokia and their bomb-proof phone?
It's better. It's better than Samsung and their bomb phone.
Well, hey, I mean, what are you guys so worried about the nuclear, like a nuclear bomb going off? Just stock up on Twinkies and Nokia phones. You'll be fine.
That's right.
Hello, Vince. Welcome. If you want to join, links in the description. But I will say one thing. Nokia, when it comes to phones, Nokia had a very good phone back in the day. I mean, that phone will never break.
I'm trying to think if I had a Nokia. I know I had some Motorola's. I mean, I had some good pre-flip phones. I had my first cell phone was like the size of a cordless phone these days. Big.
Oh, so that was in the back in the days when cell phones were really big.
Yeah, and not big as in popular, big as in big. They didn't fit in your pocket. You didn't keep them turned on. Like you didn't keep them turned on to accept a call anytime because the thing only had like on standby battery life. I think it only had like maybe you could get away with a day keeping it turned on. But usually you would, usually you just turn it on and make a call. It lasts like an hour on a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, in college, I got another phone, which was, what was it? I'm trying to remember what brand that one was, but it was one of the, this is when they got really small, easily fit in your pocket. That's when you could actually get a phone and leave them turned on. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Days.
Now, another question is, now I know you have really good experience in using Linux, Tom, but when was the very first time you ever heard about Linux?
Probably when I ran Ubuntu 11.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 11.04 maybe.
Mm. I know that back in the late 90s when Red Hat was starting, you didn't really hear much about them.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I used Linux on a system even before that. I think in 2010 I did a contract where I had to putty into a Linux server and do, it was all terminal based stuff, pushing servers around, things like that. We had mirrored development and production servers, so we had to get in there with Linux on with PuTTY on Windows, using PuTTY to get in and manage and manipulate the servers.
My first encounter with Linux was around, I would say, maybe 09, 2010. I think between 08 and 2000. No, I think I'm right. Somewhere between 2009 and 2010 is when I first discovered it, because I remember back in the day I had this burn program. I burnt an image of a very old version of Ubuntu. I tried to get it working on my machine. That thing was so buggy, that thing would not work at all.
Wow.
So I just went to Windows for a good couple years until sometime around last year, I tried Linux again. This time it worked. And it was Peppermint 8 that I first discovered Linux again.
What's the rustling noise?
Oh, I'm just looking for scissors.
Tom's going to work. Okay, let me see if I can find any interesting computer news. Not Linux news, but I want to see if there's any good computers coming about. Oh, speaking of computers, there's one operating system that recently caught my attention once again. Anybody in this room ever heard of a system called Arca OS?
No.
What Arca OS is, it is the spiritual successor to to IBM's OS/2. It's basically modeled after the OS/2 code. It's pretty much a modernized OS/2. Basically, you pretty much have to buy the license, but after you pretty much get it installed and everything, it looks really nice. I've seen screenshots of it, and the web browser that Arca uses is Firefox. It uses Firefox, and I believe one of its main features, it allows you to use old OS/2 programs, and I think you can also do Windows 3.1 stuff as well, and I think a bit of DOS. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit further, but that's pretty much what I know about Arca OS.
I used to have a virtual machine with Windows 3.1. I wish I still had that.
Why? I feel like I'm young because Switch is older than I am.
Hey man, I'm a geezer actually. I'm a lot older than I look. Here, if you want to bring brain around, I got my doctorate degree 12 years ago.
What year was that?
2007.
I was in high school then.
I was a college professor then.
Oh boy!
Before I finished my doctorates.
By the way, I was in high school in 2007, but I'm 26 and I was born in 92, in the middle during the days when MS-DOS was still around then.
Yeah. Here's the thing, William. As of last year, my main YouTube channel, through all the transformations it's gone through, my YouTube channel started last year, 10 years ago at 1 month.
Wow.
I started YouTubing back in 2008 when I was, let me think, I'm 31. I'm going to be 31 next month. So let me think, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 27, 21, 21, 20, 19, 18. No. I think I was 18 when I graduated, which was 2007. That's from high school. So I was 19 years old when I started my YouTube channel.
Okay, then. I was in high school in 2008, and I started high school in 2007 and graduated in 2013. Now my channel is right around nearly 300 to 400 subscribers. Wow.
I feel like my channel's a youngin'.
Oh my lord. Let me see if I can find a few things here.
And this month, actually, I don't know, maybe this week or maybe not this week. Maybe next week I should cross 30,000 subs.
Sleepy Eyes Vince says, "You're a baby, Ricky." That's funny, Vince. That's funny.
Wow.
Wow, Vince.
Yep.
Oh my.
Wow. How wow.
Okay, what? Oh, okay. This is interesting. Visa and Coinbase team up on crypto-backed debit card. Wait. Hold on a minute. Visa, the credit card company, and cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase have created a debit card, the Coinbase card, that allows users to make purchases tied directly to their crypto wallet. Oh, no.
Do you know how dangerous that's going to be? Because when you do a withdrawal on your crypto, that gets reported as income here in the United States. And so you'll just be like, and then you'll get an unknown tax bill at the end of the year.
That is so gonna be bad. Oh
Yeah.
no! If
I need to get going here, so I will catch you guys later.
all right, later, Tom.
I'm still around.
Yeah. By the way, people in the live chat, once it hits 12:30, we'll be wrapping this thing up. I'll be on an extra 30 minutes. I still gotta find some news. Oh.
Ben, how's the weather where you are?
I think Benjamin's busy at the moment.
Boing.
Okay, Microsoft previews full Chromium Edge for the first time. Oh yeah, this is the Chromium based Edge that you showed me.
Yes, that's correct. Correctamundo.
All I have to say is it looks really nice.
You got that right.
I mean, the tabs look clean. I mean, here's the thing. The way it looks, people could say you're running Google Chrome, but it's not Google Chrome.
Not exactly.
No, it's Chromium.
You got that right.
Oh, what's this? Your iPhone will be your passport? Oh no, Apple, what are you doing? And imagine if all you needed to do was wave your iPhone or Apple Watch a couple of times to take a flight with the device handling your boarding card, identity, and immigration documents. Oh, no. That is not good.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. Apple, what are you doing? You don't need to make the iPhone do everything. Stop it. Lord knows I need a fire screen now. Oh my!
I got some gasoline if you need it.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Benjamin. That will not be necessary.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
Okay. Oh, what's this? Android Q's Bubbles could be a mobile multitasking breakthrough. Wait. Bubbles. What do we got here? What's Android? Oh, Android Q must be their new operating. Is that what it looks like? Is that what it looks? Oh, did Android just get ugly all of a sudden? Okay, I'm just gonna screen share this right now to all of you. Tell me if this looks ugly. Look at that. Is that the ugliest Android operating system you have ever seen in your entire life? This is Android Q, ladies and gentlemen. And its new bubble feature, as they like to call it.
That's a feature?
That's a feature.
I thought it was a bug.
Well, it could be. I don't know, but that's the whole bubble thing that they're doing with it. They say it's a multitasking experience. Multitasking. We'll just see how multitasking it is when other people try Android Q to see if they like the feature or not. If they don't like the feature, well, guess there's going to be a whole bunch of people going back to Android 9 or 8.
I say let them keep this up. This is good news for Librem.
For the Librem 5?
Yeah. Because what better time to introduce an alternative to it now?
That's not a bad idea. I mean, we haven't heard anything on Librem 5 for at least a little while.
I mean, because one of the things that gets people to switch their systems or to switch their phones or whatever is pain points, right? Like if Windows does everything I needed to do and is relatively painless, I'm not going to switch, or the average user isn't going to switch. But like if they keep hammering bugs, hammering issues down, keep ignoring, well, those are pain points. That's going to force people to say, well, what else is out there? And if Android makes poor decisions and makes that system,
poor decision. Well, speaking of poor decisions, well, I don't know if this is a poor decision at all. Found this news report. Microsoft froze in the towel on Windows 10 1809. The company largely stopped distributing the October 2018 update in March, apparently deciding to simply skip one feature upgrade to solve the problem of 2 on a collision course. And then here's what that collision course is. The Redmond Watch developer largely abandoned efforts to distribute the October 2018 update, aka 1809, in its four-digit month date. It's basically a clock, apparently deciding that it would, like many of its corporate customers, simply skip one feature upgrade to solve the problem of 2 on a collision course. According to AdDuplex, a Lithuanian company whose Matrix technology is embedded in thousands of Windows Store apps, Windows 10 1809 powered just 26% of surveyed Windows 10 systems as of March 26. The gain from February to March, only 5% percentage points, was about half the increase from January to February, illustrating the showing of 1809's adoption. It looks like more and more likely that Microsoft seems to be giving up on 1809 in favor of upgrading users straight to the next version, AdDuplex noted in a post in its website. So basically, they're just going to upgrade everybody to 1809 automatically.
Isn't that the one that wiped everyone's files?
I think that's the one. And there's a bit more information down here, though, by the way. It says right here, because Microsoft decides how quickly an upgrade is adopted by controlling when consumers' PCs automatically download and install each refresh, it was clearly responsible for the slow uptake. Microsoft did not give 1809 the business-ready green light until after AdDuplex's data collection, ensuring that those who had installed it were largely consumers and very small businesses running Windows 10 Home or Pro. Microsoft controls the timing of upgrades on unmanaged PCs powered by those versions. The demographic showing of 1809 adoption when it should instead be accelerating answered a question Computer World posted last month. How would Microsoft address the problem of 2 upgrades released in close proximity? Here's Microsoft's response to that. The problem stemmed from the fiasco plaguing the October 2018 update rollout. Although 1809 was initially released on October 2nd, within days Microsoft purged it from the distribution pipeline because of upgrade-caused data loss. The company quickly returned to 1809 to beta testing and automatically discommissioned didn't resume until January 16th, or about 3 months later than by a standard schedule. And it says right here, oh, that's just a little advertisement. Well, it says right here, got a spare hour, take this online course on how to and learn how to install and configure Windows 10 with the options you need. Well, thanks for the advertisement. Anyway, back to News Bulletin. Because Microsoft forced Windows 10 Home users to accept feature upgrades when they were offered, the regimen was on an every 6 month release. But with 1809's automated distribution backed up by 3 months, the arrival of 1803 this spring was going to be hard on its heels. The company had to do something. Computer World assumed 2 likely responses. Either Microsoft would acquire users to run 1809 no matter how briefly before upgrading again to 1803, or Microsoft would skip 1809. AdDuplex's analytics indicated that Microsoft picked option number 2 no later than early March, when it must have begun showing auto delivery of 1809. So that's pretty much what they chose. They chose option number 2, Benjamin.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was dealing with my son.
Oh, that's okay. So all I gotta say is they just need to stop the automatic updates and come up with a better plan to update their systems in a timely manner. What I think they should do is revert the update system back to how it used to be prior to Windows 10. Here's the thing. When it comes to Windows 8, you at least had a few choices of when you wanted to update. When it comes to Windows 7, you had like the best choices possible. Either you updated or you don't. That's just how good Windows 7 was. So I think they should bring back the same system from 7, but modernize it for Windows 10.
I think it should be like, I get it. You don't want to run out-of-date software, right? I get it. And I'm on Arch, so like I'm no stranger to updates. I'm no stranger to the rolling release.
Mm-hmm.
But Arch doesn't, even like rolling releases, they don't force the updates on you. If you're working on a project, they'll just notify you, say, hey, these are here whenever you're ready.
Yep.
And they won't force it on you. I mean, I recommend you do it like eventually, but I think the forced updates are an issue.
They are. They're pretty much the main reason why people are switching over to different systems. I could see that the data collection is still a problem, but the forced updates I think are 10 times worse, because if your computer updates without you realizing it while you're doing some work on your machine, your work is pretty much gone.
Yeah, I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
And I think the issue too is like they're massive updates, right? Because there's massive amounts of software on there collecting telemetry and whatnot, and that's what's being updated.
They just make all these giant updates and don't minimize the updates to small updates that they can release. I would say what they need to do with the updates is they need to release an update at the most once a month. That's all they need to do. If they can get it onto a once a month schedule, then that'll be very tolerable because.
And I would add the user should be in control as to when it gets updated.
Exactly.
I think it was Chris Titus or somebody on YouTube gave this horror story about how he had to turn on his computer to do a presentation, and like 5 minutes till to go, like big bosses coming in, they have to do this presentation. Turn on the Windows 10 machine, boom, updates. No way to shut it off. It's just going to update itself while you're supposed to be trying to do a presentation. It's like that to me is unacceptable on a professional level.
Oh, I have good news.
What's that?
Microsoft, the Windows update I got recently this week, it gave me it gives you the ability to put you back in control of updates again.
Wait, what?
Yes, they announced that a system update puts you back in control of how you get updates now.
So how does it work?
It just lets you pause. Let you pause updates.
Jump off for a bit.
All right. It basically pauses updates, and better yet, the Windows 10 professional version would give you that ability, but now they've rolled it to home users.
Okay, that's nice. That's really good.
Home users now get that. Now I got it as of today.
Okay, so so when an update comes through, how does it work? Do you get to delay the update? Do you get to say no to it? How does it work?
You just get to delay it and pause updates for a certain amount of days.
Okay, that's not bad.
Windows 10 Professional gave you the ability, but now they've re-brought it back to home users now. It used to be where only professional users get it.
Okay, so it used to be exclusive to Windows 10 Professional only?
Yes.
Okay.
But now they've gotten a lot of complaints about it causing problems for home users, so they've brought it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy for that.
I mean, if they've given power back to Windows 10 users to delay the updates, that's at least one step in the right direction. What they should do from this point forward is keep giving more power to the user so they have more control over it. I say what they need to do is just give full control back to the user and let them decide through just one simple question. Do you wish to update to this version? Yes or no. If you say no, you can stick with the version you want. It's just you'll have the update as an option in your Windows Update on if you want to do it or not. That's the system they should go for.
But that's just how it is. They actually let you have that feature since it was actually courteous. You couldn't delay updates. Cause a lot of problems exist.
Oh, hey, Kyrie Holmes, how you doing, man? We're going to be ending the live stream soon, but I'm glad you came. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let me just see if there's anything else. I'm going to look up some distros real quick. See if there's anything interesting. All right. So there's a few things here. Okay. Actually, let me go to a different site. Let's see.
Well, while I was taking apart a fidget cube thing, I managed to hurt myself.
Oh dear, you okay?
Yes, I had some pair of tweezers that were very, very sharp that they poked my thumb hard enough to break the skin for it to bleed a little.
Okay.
It was some simple tweezers that used to remove splinters and things.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second.
Okay. Okay, let me just look up this. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, that's fine.
How is the weather there?
Oh, the weather's fine. All right, independent distributions. Oh, there's a good few. Not bad. Okay, there's Chaos. Alpine Linux. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, Puppy Linux. Slackware. Tiny Paw Linux.
Don't forget Slack-L. It's a Greek Linux distribution. Slackware.
Oh, okay. I never knew there was another one.
Yes, I knew about it. Slack-L is a Greek Slackware Linux distribution that a developer in Greece who's Greek made it. His name is Dimitri, but his last name is hard to pronounce without butchering it.
Okay.
It's Slackware current based, but I don't know if it's still being maintained or not, but I found it a long time ago.
Aha, I see.
Yes, you can find it on DistroWatch or Google Slack-L Linux, and you'll find it. But it's not perfect. It's designed to be a rolling release, I think.
Yeah.
And I like it, but I just couldn't really use it very well because it was missing a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't find in Slackware proprietary software very well.
I see. That's understandable.
And that's technically what answers your question right there. What else did you try recently in the week in regards to Linux, Ricky?
I've actually just today I've tried Redcore Linux. It's a Gentoo based. I like it. I just wish it had a bit more applications that I like. It does not have Chromium, and that's pretty much the only one that didn't have. But it does have Firefox, so I guess that's okay. But other than that, Redcore Linux LXQT looks really good.
Remember what Ben said about Gentoo giving you complete control of what you want?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yep.
That should answer your question.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. All right, in about 9 minutes, people, we'll be wrapping it up. Okay, Puppy Linux, Rosa. Oh, Rosa. Let me see this one. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, rosalab.com. Let's see, Rosa. Rosa Fresh is a modern Linux use. Oh, nice. So nice. That's really good. Rosa Enterprise. Okay, so that's for servers.
Those distributions are from Russia. You know that, right?
Yep. Just a minute, be right back. Okay, let's see here. All right, people in the live chat, we got 5 minutes and we'll be wrapping it up because I'm going to be going to bed in a bit.
I'm guessing Ricky is Tired, tired.
What?
I'm guessing you're tired, aren't you?
Yeah, did a lot of computer work today. setting up my Red Core, doing some stuff on my Windows machine, getting my Windows 8 tablet going. My room is literally filled with computers.
You should consider getting a storage room.
I don't really need it because I know I'm very smart to where I know I know where to find space to put stuff.
Okay then. I just think that you are quite interesting there. Oh, my favorite sports team won.
Oh, really?
The Atlanta Braves won 11-7. Nice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's in the state I'm in. That's the team of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, that's sports news. Even though you're not into sports, Rick, I had to throw that in there.
Oh, that's no problem.
I just thought I'd drop in that little quick breaking news announcement, and things like that. So
I mean, the thing is, I mean, even though I'm not a big sports person, I mean, my favorite sports team is pretty much the Rays. So
couldn't it be couldn't be there a Linux-based sports team?
very funny, very funny.
Linux sports, get it? Sports with Linux. Ha!
That's a good one.
I had to be creative with it.
Yeah. Oh, what we got here? Well, since I'm going to be going to bed in 3 minutes, we're going to end this live stream correctly. We got at least one final article. Ubuntu 19.04 Disco Dingo enters final freeze ahead of its April 18th release. Okay, what do you say we read that to end the thing? As of Thursday, April 11th, the forthcoming of Ubuntu 19.04 has entered the last stage of its development process, final freeze stage. The final freeze stage is the final step in the development cycle of Ubuntu Linux, meaning that only release-critical bugs that affect the ISO images or the installers will be accepted from here on until the final release. It also means the release candidate images will soon be available for public testing. We will shut down cron jobs and spin some release candidate images late. What does that fully say? Late Friday, I believe. Late Friday. Yeah, late. Where I lost. Oh, here we go. Late Friday or early Saturday, once the archive and proposed migration have settled a bit. And we expect everyone with a vast interest in a flavor or two and a few spare hours here and there to get into testing to make sure we have another uneventful release next week, said Adam Conrad. Ubuntu 19.04 arrives on April 18th with GNOME 3.32 and Linux kernel 5.0. The final release of Ubuntu 19.04 is expected to arrive next Thursday on April 18th. It will be powered by Linux kernel 5.0 and will ship with GNOME 3.32 by default. It will also include up-to-date components and apps like LibreOffice 6.2.2, Mozilla Firefox 66, GCC 8.3, glabc 2.29, Python 3.7.2, Boost 1.67, Rustic 1.31, libvirt 5.0, Ruby 2.5.3, PHP 7.2.15, Open Java Development Kit 11, QEMU 3.1, Perl 5.28.1, Golang 1.10.4, and many others that will be revealed on launch day. Ubuntu 19.04 will have a 9-month support cycle for security and software updates until January 2020. It is not an LTS, so it's only recommended for bleeding edge users who want to run the latest version of Ubuntu, not the most stable and well tested. So basically, that is pretty much everything on Ubuntu, and that's the final news article. It is just now 12:30. I would like to take this time to thank everybody for coming. If you want to see more live streams just like this one, then smash that like button and support my channel. Thank you. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and until the next live stream. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying, see you later, and good night. Good night.
Ooh.